Tonight, a battle between two teams in the upper half of the Golden Horseshoe Conference standings. The 2014-3 fourth place Ancaster Avalanche host the 25-10-1 second place Welland Jr Canadians. Good evening, welcome to Morgan Firestone Arena in Ancaster, Ontario. I'm John Molson. The Ancaster Avalanche fell 5-2 to the division-leading Caledonia Corvairs last night. Following an even first period between the two teams, Ancaster went to the dressing room following the first with a 2-1 lead. So the Avalanche, as mentioned, with a 2-1 lead last night after one period of play. The Corvairs drawing first blood in the game at the 2:29 mark. Nathan Gomes with the goal just up the road here in Caledonia. Michael Police responded for the Avalanche on the power play, and Alex Zachariah each had goals in the game's 7th minute. So a 2-1 lead for Ancaster at intermission. A bad second period doing the Avalanche in last night. Caledonia with 3 second period goals as the opening draw won by the Avalanche. Ben Hughes slides it into the Welland zone, and the Welland defense clears down the near side. Treemstra coming together with the other number 2 defender, DeFonso, and he grabs it off the near side boards now. Ancaster brings it away to safety to the neutral zone before DeFonso chips it back up and in. Adam Burnett behind his own net now. Side of the wall for Treemstra, back to Burnett. Police parked at the right wing, but it's fired in by Burnett. And a glove save by Chris Jansen at the near side goalpost. Jansen with a 17-8 one-loss record on the year. One shootout loss, a 2.09 goals against average. Jansen third in the league in goals against. Ryan Cox at the far wall, plays it around the near side. Zachariah back to the near end line. Reed intercepts for Welland. Gabe Paul the shot. And the right kick saved by Matt Callis. Callis playing last night in Caledonia, allowing the 5 goals as Jansen makes the save on Ryan Cox. Cox dumping over a Welland defender on the play. 1:09 into period number 1, so a couple shots by Ancaster early. The one low shot on the right-hand side of Matt Callis. Callis returning to the Avalanche as of yesterday afternoon. Callis playing 13 games on the year, registering a 4.02 goals against average and a .895 save percentage as Nil plays it around the far wall. Matt Cuglietta, the attempted backhander. Balanson tries to play it back to the top of the blue line. And finally, he decides to play it to the left wing. Josh Allen back for Welland. Welland victorious 8-4 Wednesday night against Niagara Falls. A rare Wednesday night home game for them. They'll be back in action tomorrow night at home. Flack moving off the left-hand side. Played ahead by Chris Clack. An interception by Matt Martin, and it's taken away on the underneath. A inbound feed for Lucas Pozzobon. Pozzobon, a scratch for Ancaster last night. And play is broken up in front of the Welland net with Josh Allen to the ice and the number 11 forward Luke Zupan. Welland at home to Fort Erie tomorrow night. Welland Arena, 7 p.m. start. From the right side, the inbound pass broken up by Traverse. Traverse rings it around the far board. The Ancaster Avalanche go to the game's first power play. 35 power play goals on the year and 226 man advantages for Ancaster. A 15.49 power play percentage. Puck around the perimeter. The pass looking for Police in front of the net. Police parked in front of the net last night for his goal in the first period. Caledonia with the 3 second period goals last night. And the only other goal, the goal with 5 seconds remaining on the power play. And the Caledonia Corvairs to a 5-2 victory. Broken up in the neutral zone, played back in. Callis comes out to the near wall, but he leaves it for Burnett back defending on the right defense. Burnett now coming up through center to the blue line. Cuglietta looks on. Down the far wing to Cox. He goes with speed, turns around, back to the left, and Nil the shot, the rebound, and they score! Brett Fairley in front of the net off the top point shot. Nil the assist at the 4:11 mark of period number 1. And the Avalanche draw first blood. A nice play by Fairley there. The shot off the blue line. He just had to simply deflect it through the legs of Chris Jansen. Cox back, Rougie on him. Gabe Allen picks it up. Melna at the blue line. Burnett getting the assist, and the shot from outside by Jesse Hilton. Burnett the only assist, so no assist on the play. And the 2014-3 Ancaster Avalanche look to draw 2 points closer to St. Catharines for third. Pozzobon off the wall. It's broken up by Welland on the left wing. Donato Cipriano playing it back to the Ancaster blue line. Treemstra rings it around the net. There's the assist now to Nil. On the power play, Fairley at 4:11, so the Ancaster Avalanche 1 for 1 on the power play. Pozzobon fired a shot there, high up over the net and off the glass. Went in behind the net to gather in his own rebound, and the shot along the ice, Gabe Paul tight to the end line, and Callis hanging on with the left hand. Saw Chris Melna on his first shift there break down through the neutral zone. A good chance to congratulate Chris on his signing with Utica College. Played back in down the near board. We'll read a direct quote here. We're excited to announce the commitment of Chris Melna to Utica College. And we'll finish off that quote as soon as we get a stoppage in play. Hughes to the center ice red line. Mitch Reed to the far board, shakes off the check at Treemstra and plays it in behind the Ancaster net. Burnett has a look, plays it out the end line. Treemstra to center and chipped in by Faliro. DeFonso the chip up on the backhand. He finds Matt Martin. Cipriano ahead and Faliro shoots it in from the red line. Martin on the inbound feed from the Welland defender. Flack trying to hit Gabe Ruggie on the way to the net, or Cole McKnight, excuse me. Ruggie now his shot off the outside right leg of Owen Burnell. Allen lets the puck go. And a giveaway by the Welland defense. Ruggie on the sideboard. Allen down underneath now. A giveaway by Matt Martin, and the Avalanche went in on a 2-on-1 for a brief period of time, unable to get a shot away. 12:11 remaining. McKnight shoots it in down the near side. The quote from Utica College, we'll get to it now and hope that there's no action down in the Welland end, and there won't be, as an icing on the play. We set out to find a big winger who was strong on the walls and had some touch playing the net front. We feel strongly that Chris can provide that for us. His hockey ability, coupled with his tremendous character and high academic performance, will allow Chris to fit right in at Utica College next year. So congratulations to Chris on his signing. The line of Cuglietta, Jake Shaw, and Cam Aiken out there now. Both teams make a change, 11:58 in the first period remaining. You're watching Welland Ancaster GOJHL hockey on YouTube. We'll take a break. We'll see you back in a few minutes. Welcome back, side of the net, right-hand side. Nil has his stick lifted nicely by Connor Roskovich. Shot along the ice, kicked aside by the left pad of Chris Jansen. Burnett with the shot there. Chris Clack goes side of the net for Ben Hughes. Hughes and DeFonso in the corner battling. Police coming up with it. Back to the top of the blue line. Burnett the shot, and his high shot deflects into the netting and out of play, just slightly to the right-hand side of Chris Jansen. Josh Allen with a goal and 3 assists on the Niagara Falls game on Wednesday night. Chris Melna and Braden Stortz each with a goal and 2 assists. And Jake Shaw, the number 96 defender, also adding 2 goals. For Niagara Falls in that 8-4 loss, Mac Hollowell with a goal and an assist, and Matthew Baldinelli adding 2 helpers. Face off in the neutral zone far side. Donato Cipriano winning the draw. Allen to the corner. And the Ancaster Avalanche's Fairley tries to play it from in behind the Welland net. Fairley with the first Welland goal on the power play at the 4:11 mark. On the power play, the Avalanche are for another 33 seconds. Ryan Cox tied up by Allen. Comes free to Zachariah, and the shot by Max Ballinson off the shoulder of Fairley. Cox to the net now. Fairley to the top of the blue line. Ballinson winds up. His shot hits the back of Cox. Fairley a second opportunity. The shot hit the back of Cox's right leg, came right to Fairley. And Jansen with a save on the far corner. 7 seconds to the midway point of period number 1. Owen Burnell in the draw, opposite Braden Stortz. Stortz wins it, gets it back to the blue line, but not out. The shot by Ballinson just wide. Burnell plays it to the near corner. Mitch Reed off the wall and out. Nil underneath the far end line. Ballinson around the board. Zupan to the neutral zone. Traverge and Adam Barron back defending for Welland. Pozzobon to the near corner. Luke Zupan from the half wall, skated from the half wall, tried to create space away from the Welland left winger on the backhand, and a whistle on the far side. Tonight's hockey game is sponsored by La Capitale, one of Canada's fastest growing insurance companies. La Capitale, for life and all it brings. Sirius, specializing in employee benefit plan solutions for small to medium-sized companies across Canada. As play tied up on the far wall, Police tries to kick it free, and another whistle. Bob Ferreira Benefits Consulting, proudly offering group insurance services in the Niagara Peninsula for 35 years, and SSQ Financial Group, offering high quality and made-to-measure insurance and investment products to businesses and associations. Play back underway, near wall. DeFonso along with Police. Digging in the corner now, Ben Hughes along with McKnight. Hughes carries it to the far end line, far corner. Faliro near side. Shakes off the check of Matt Martin. Police underneath the right circle, plays it back to the blue line, and the shot wired wide by Adam Burnett. It comes off the glass and directly down the near side wall. Flack jams a short pass down the wall in the neutral zone. It goes the length of the ice, and Ancaster's Treemstra plays it right back down the near wall. No one up for the Avalanche on the right wing. So the long pass by Treemstra going all for naught. An icing call with 8:08 remaining in the first period. Ancaster being outshot 42-26 last night as the puck goes out of play over the far glass. Kevin Entma with the win for Caledonia, 24 saves on 26 shots. Matt Callis in the loss, allowing all 5 goals. But Callis making 37 saves. A good night for Callis nonetheless. Ruggie centering pass looking for Cipriano. And it comes out the far side where it's taken away by Zachariah. He plays it back inside the Welland blue line. Ahead to Fitzgerald. And the shot by Melna and the save by Callis. Utica College also expressing some interest in Fitzgerald. Another quote from the Utica College organization: "We would also be interested in Fitzgerald if he chooses to play his final year of junior hockey." Traverse now at his own circle up the left wing for Cuglietta. Shaw breaking to the net. The shot by Cuglietta deflected off the top of the glove hand of Callis. Callis lucky to keep it out of the net. The shot sailed high over the net. And Aiken tied up in a altercation underneath the end line far side. Fitzgerald a 95. So Utica College expressing interest in him as well. 18 goals, 14 assists for 32 points on the year. Melna even in both categories, 14 goals, 14 assists for 28 points. So again, Utica College getting the big winger that they so desire for next season. Face-off will take place. No, now they're moving the face-off back inside the Ancaster line. Cipriano to take the draw. Opposite Chris Clack. Shaw on the wing. It's won by Welland, played over to the right wing board, and Cuglietta plays a backhand pass in. Shaw swats it off the boards. Cipriano, the shot, low to the ice from the right circle. Nil checking from behind and a game misconduct. Aiken gone for 2 minutes. So the penalty's offset, but Nil gone for the game as Zupan skates around the far side. Shot right side of the blue line. Burnett from the right side. No one up for Ancaster on the right wing. Rougier backhand pass, looks for Paul on the far wall. Braden Stortz a step inside the left side of the Ancaster line. Pozzobon to the corner with a fallen Gabe Paul on the far side. Mitch Reed plays it back to Roskovich. Roskovich ahead to center. It's tipped in by Paul. Stortz grabs it before Burnett plays it away. And it's rung around the boards by Cole McKnight. 5:25 to go, first period. 1-0 Avalanche on the Brett Farley goal. Burnett and Ryan Nil assisting at the 4:11 mark on the power play. Ryan Nil now ejected from the game for a hit from behind. Burnett in behind the Ancaster net, plays it out the near side. And Cipriano plays it to the far wall.
Fans of Golden Horseshoe Conference All-Star Games being held on Monday, January 26th through here. We'll showcase some of the league's best players, including 6 from your Avalanche. Tickets are $9 for adults, $7 for students and seniors.
PA man here at Morgan Firestone announcing the Golden Horseshoe Conference All-Star Game. Will be there. The Arc Pro presentation of the Golden Horseshoe Conference All-Star Game. Hope to see you there or online. Shot from the top of the blue line, balancing Hughes to the net. Jansen with a big kick save off the inside of his right pad. Martin brings it out to safety. Flack into the corner. Balancing beats him there. Plays it in behind the Ancaster net. Shot in tight to the net. The shot by Flack along the ice from the underneath of the right circle. And Callis having to be careful in between his legs to keep the junior Canadians off the score sheet. Welland winning the draw. Roskovich the shot. Jamming away side of the net is Fitzgerald. Melna heading to the net. Melna off the one draw, grabbed it off the right wing boards, played it to Roskovich. And then Fitzgerald, the attempted tip at the net. So Melna and Fitzgerald may see each other at some point in the future at Utica College. Once again, congratulations to Chris, who skates out to the right wing to take the draw. Cipriano wins it to Allen at the left side. Now at the top of the blue line, over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald and Allen going back and forth down to the near end line. Allen fakes a shot over to the right, and it's broken up. Allen to the backhand. Zupan tried to clear the line. Welland able to keep it in, and the shot, Zupan wisely deflecting it into the corner. Shot by Allen, and an emphatic save by Matt Callis. Allen with a huge shot along the ice off the left point. Fitzgerald spins around, spun off the check from Zupan. Gabe Ruggie plays it off the near side wall. Into the corner, puck comes free. Melna the turnaround, and it's knocked away by Triemstra, who sends the disc into the Welland zone and up the far half wall. Balancing rings it around the boards, and Ruggie unable to stop a bouncing puck. Jansen out to play it off the board, gives it right back to Ruggie. Paul to the red line. Here's Shaw, Jake Shaw, trying to shoot in between the feet of the defender. Balancing side of the net. Cuglietta shaking his head in disbelief. Had an open net on the near side, and his shot hit the near side of the net. Matt Cuglietta standing all alone right in tight to the goal. The shot coming off the right wing, or the right-hand boards from the right defense, rather. And Cuglietta parking himself at the side of the net. Storts now to the end line. 20 seconds remaining in the Ancaster penalty. And the hard shot by Storts whistled wide. It comes out the far side. The shot, Ben Hughes, the shot going wide and behind the Welland net. Welland right back to the attack now. And the shot by Travers moving down the right wing. Travers, the big hulking defender, with a shot off the far sidewall. And Callis the save with 1:56 to go. McKnight in the draw. The Avalanche win it. Clack plays it around the boards. Played at the left wing board up to Zupan. Jumping into the play, and DeFonso takes his man out. Clack heading toward the net on the backhand. The nice feed by Zupan, but too far across the upper body. Zupan would have been better served to get a pass along the ice to Clack. Dug out of the corner by Roskovich, up to center. Triemstra back for the Avalanche. Flack side of the net, the shot, and Callis covering up with McKnight parked off to the right of his crease. Flack the shot, and Callis the save, 1:26 remaining. Welland starting to really come on now following their power play. Here's a shot wide by the defender Adam Barron. Cipriano into the corner. Goes one-on-one with Lucas Pozzobon. Cox tried to move it ahead, broken up by Barron. Melna has a look, and his shot hit the toe of Cipriano. Zachariah down the near wall. The cross ice feed broken up by Fitzgerald. Hilton to the corner, plays it in behind the net. Back to the wall now. Zachariah still has it. Shook off the check of Travers nicely. Travers still chasing. And gives a chop with the front of his blade. And it's broken up by Barron on the 2-on-2. Melna on the left wing. Moving around the right defender, Cipriano. Coughed up. Here's a turnover. Shot by Shaw. Jake Shaw the shot. And Callis doing the splits, eventually taking the shot off the right shoulder. And time expires. DeFonso, the last to touch the puck. The only goal of the period, the goal at 4:11 on the power play by Brett Fairley. Here's the shots on goal here. Ancaster with 9, Welland 11. So Welland, the shots on goal advantage. Burnett and Nill drawing the assists on the Fairley goal at 4:11. And Welland coming on in that last 5 minutes. Following the power play, the Canadians got the bulk of the good shots, but at the end of one, it's the Avalanche with the lead on the Fairley goal. At the first intermission, it's the Ancaster Avalanche 1 and the Welland Jr. Canadians no score. (11-9) the shots on goal in favor of the Welland Jr. Canadians through one period of play, but it's the Ancaster Avalanche with the only goal on the scoreboard. Brett Fairley at the 4:11 mark on the power play. Burnett and Nill assisting. Jansen and Matt Callis in the nets for the two teams this evening. It was Hunter Johnson in net for Welland on Wednesday night, their 8-4 victory over Niagara Falls. He made 27 of 31 saves in the win. And Joseph Murdoka in net for Niagara Falls took the loss. Murdoka making 30 of 34 saves, and then he was replaced at the 46-minute mark by their regular netminder, Dylan Pietrangelo. Offside at the line as Police drops back to the right side. DeFonso and the number 27 forward, Ben Hughes, tied up at the side of the net, so possibility the net was slightly off on the near corner as well. A face-off all the way back down inside the Ancaster line. Storts wins the draw to the left wing. Allen jams it up the board. And two fallen players now on the far wall. Allen and the number 25 sweatered Ryan Cox. Hughes for high sticking, so Welland goes to the power play, but it's Zupan going in short-handed here, tight to the net. Looking for Cox. Cuglietta, the shot is shot down low off the side of the Ancaster net. Allen moves off the left side of the blue line. Zupan chasing him. He plays it back to Rougi at the right side, down the half wall. Allen and Rougi around the outside now. Rougi back to Allen. The shot, Cuglietta parked on Callis's doorstep just out to his left-hand side. Allen, the shot, sails wide. Welland once again going around the outskirts. There's a shot by Storts, and it's picked up. A clearing attempt by Zupan, and Rougi doing a spectacular job of keeping it onside at the top of the blue line. Storts tries a shot, and his stick is lifted, and Burnett clears the length of the ice, and Jansen just leaves for Rougi. So 2 good scoring chances for the Avalanche on the power play. Just 7 seconds left. The shot on the far corner, and Cuglietta on the first shot parked off at the side of the net. Fitzgerald now the backhander to Mitch Reed. Shaw moving down to the top of the slot, and the shot by Roskovich knocked down by Ancaster, and they immediately bring it down quickly down the right wing and underneath the end line, and 2 players aside tie up with the disc off to the left of Chris Jansen. Roskovich into the corner, a hard hit by Clack. Clack, the 5'10 forward, with the hit on the much bigger Roskovich. Roskovich at 6'1", 195 pounds. As Faliro now muscling Roskovich down to the ice. So Roskovich, despite his size, having trouble 2 times on that shift, as Balanson plays a pass to Hughes. Hughes moved it to the forehand, went in on Jansen all alone. A great pass by Balanson to see Hughes all alone behind the defense. Hughes received the pass down by the right face-off circle, Welland zone, and tried to pull it to the forehand. Jansen making the save on the near corner. 16-17 remaining, second period. Today's hockey game sponsored by La Capitale, one of Canada's fastest growing insurance companies. La Capitale, for life and all it brings. Sirius, specializing in employee benefit plan solutions for small to medium-sized businesses, or small to medium-sized companies across Canada, excuse me. The shot from the outside, picking it up and firing a shot off the outside of the post is Jesse Hilton. His initial shot, Hilton with 1 shot, and then wrapped it around, and now Hilton to his knees, and a 3rd shot before Martin brings it to safety. Faliro and Roskovich off for that earlier confrontation down under the end line near side Welland zone. A hit in the corner on Thomas Flack by the number 8 defender, Aaron St. Pierre. A hit sidewall by Hilton. And Flack shakes off the check and immediately goes off on a change. St. Pierre to center. Ahead to Hilton. Hilton loses it in the corner before he picks it back up. Rougi on him. Hilton to the left side of the blue line. And being hard hit is Cipriano by the Adam Burnett. So the physicality starting to pick up. 14:45 remaining second period of play. Also, more sponsors for tonight's game. The Bob Ferreira Benefits Consulting, proudly offering group insurance services in the Niagara Peninsula for 35 years. And SSQ Financial Group, offering high quality and made-to-measure insurance and investment products to businesses and associations. So 4 main sponsors for tonight's game: La Capitale, Sirius, Bob Ferreira Benefits Consulting, and SSQ. I believe we announced 3 sponsors last week during the Welland St. Catharines game, so an apology for that slight mistake, as the shot by Paul, the 2-on-1, just one man back for Ancaster. The 5'10" forward, Chris Clack. Ancaster on the 2-on-1 down the left wing. It was Clack with a shot. Now the teams, or the junior Canadians down the left wing, excuse me. Barron with the wind up and the shot. Barron to the near sidewall. Police on him. And it's gathered in by the forward Burnett and sent the length of the ice on the near side. Barron under the underline near corner. Police far side to Balanson, chipped up by Hughes. Hughes with the earlier breakaway, challenges Jansen. Jansen with a step and a half on him to clear it up the near side wall. Traverse behind his own net now. Brings it out with Hughes on the forecheck, up the wall to Cipriano. Cipriano touches it in. He goes on a change. And a shot off the end board along the ice. Barron trying to move it out of his own zone. Hughes lifts the stick on the underneath, falls down in the corner. And a delayed call here as Callis off to the bench. Treemstra tried to move it down the far wall. Welland on the power play at 17.5% on the year. 12th in the league coming into tonight. Ancaster with the only power play goal in this game. Fairly at 4:11 of the first, this game's only goal. Welland 37 power play goals on the year and 211 man advantages coming into tonight. It's Ancaster on the power play. We mentioned Ancaster's power play statistics earlier in the game, so my apologies. Another slight mistake once again. Welland on the penalty kill. 17 power play goals and 180 times shorthanded. The shot from outside along the far wall by DeFonso, and Callis hanging on with a glove. Welland at 90.56% on the penalty kill. 2 shorthanded goals for the Canadians. Welland's penalty kill second in the league to the Caledonia Corvairs. 90.6% on the year on the penalty kill is Welland. Caledonia at 91.5% or so. I'm rounding out my numbers based on last night's game in Caledonia. Paul ahead to center. Cole McKnight grabs the loose puck. And Gabe Paul all alone in front of the net. The pass out along the end line by McKnight. McKnight in the corner once again. The disc tied up against the wall. Paul tried to go in and help him, but three men back in the corner for the Avalanche. Faliro to Hughes around the net. Leaves it to the far side wall. Faliro, top of the blue line. Big save by Jansen. Hughes trying to park himself at the far corner. Hughes with several good scoring chances for the Avalanche in this second period. 46 seconds to the halfway point. Burnell moving to the net. DeFonso chops his man down. Hayden Guittard to the net with authority, Hayden Guittard on his first shift of the night. First time we've seen him out on the right wing for the Avalanche tonight. Face off right circle, Burnell to take the draw. And tossed out of the draw and moving to the wing is Cipriano. Balanson plays it around the wall. Cipriano back past the end line. Hammered in by Pozzobon. Guittard to the corner, taken away by Cipriano. Allen throws a no-look pass, looking for, shouldn't say a no-look pass. Saw Fitzgerald parked down at the right half wall, but his pass to Jack out of play just over the glass a couple inches into the netting. So we'll have a face-off from the left circle. Ancaster wins it. St. Pierre. St. Pierre played it to the other side for Burnett. Burnett's hard shot. Zachariah to the near side wall. St. Pierre to Burnett. Up to center. Cox the pass in behind the number four forward Hilton. Hilton playing his first game for the Avalanche last night. Centering pass, Allen kicks it to the wall. Zachariah there as well to Storts. The cross ice feed loose, and it's played by St. Pierre. An icing call as Ruggie goes back. The icing out to the right of Jansen. Back to 5-on-5 hockey following the Ancaster power play. Impressed with Hughes for the Avalanche tonight. As well as Burnett. Welland with the 11-9 shots on goal advantage through the first. Travers with a shot there. Martin banks it off the far side wall. McKnight in behind the net for Flack. Cipriano's shot goes just wide. Going down the left wing, the shot high off the right shoulder of Jansen by Hilton. Flack down the left wing board. Cipriano leaves his man and the puck comes free, and the hard hit Fitzgerald on the number 9 forward Clack. Shot along the end line. Hilton goes sliding to the ice. Cipriano up the near board. Barron rings it around the wall for Traverse. Sticked up by Clack. Fitzgerald ties his man up in the corner. 7:40 to go, second period of play. Traverse and Zupan on the near corner. Welland brings it back to center. Gabe Paul 3-on-2. Fitzgerald the shot. And the right pad off the upper half of Callis's right pad to make the save. Roskovich through center, looking for Cuglietta, and Cuglietta gets a second chance and rings it off the wall in behind the Ancaster net. Roskovich to the line, Hughes takes it away. Pozzobon to the net, shot to center, off to his left is Melna. Melna with one good shift in the first along with Fitzgerald, and the shot by Cipriano. Max Cipriano, his play starting to pick up. His second shot in as many shifts, so 2 shots on 2 shifts for Cipriano. He goes to the draw, wins it back to Roskovich. Roskovich over the circle, it deflects off Treemstra. And the inbound feed along the ice, Cipriano tried to find Melna. The pass from inside the left circle out to Shaw. Melna to an open Jake Shaw. Hughes bringing it the other way on the 2-on-2 now. Faliro on his right-hand side. And the shot out of play, just out to the right of Jansen. 6:24 to go. Welland Ancaster, GOJHL Hockey on YouTube. We'll take a break with the face-off in the right circle and be back in 30 seconds. Play tied up along the far wall. The junior Canadians finally bring it back through the neutral zone. Cuglietta read on the half wall. Puck comes free, chipped ahead, or Faliro tries the chip ahead. Cuglietta down the far board. And it's tossed out by Ballinson. He made a backhand long pass past Mitch Reed. Pozzobon chips it past Martin, and the whistle goes with Allen, the last to touch it. Josh Allen slamming his stick to the ice in frustration. And now Guittard and Allen having words. Guittard with a slight right-hand shove. Nothing too serious as Martin to the end of the Welland bench on the change. Head-to-head, Welland in the 2-1 series lead. These teams having played just 3 games on the year through 38 games played for the Avalanche, 37 for the Welland Jr. Canadians going into tonight. Welland with a big 7-0 win, shot by Ruggie, looking for Melna, parked at the far side under the defender Treemstra. Paul to Allen, back to Paul, down to the end line, and it's intercepted by Burnett, ahead to Chris Clack. Clack one-on-one with Ruggie. Clack in on net, but the slight bounce to the puck had him drift off to the near corner, and Clack never able to get a shot away. Welland 7, Ancaster 0, back on September the 28th. Jake Shaw with the only needed goal, the goal at 1-0, the game winner. Chris Jansen with a shutout. Callis allowing 1 goal in that one, making 13 saves. Callis replaced, and Gavin Herring not with the Avalanche currently, allowing the other 6 goals in that game. Welland 4-3 in the shootout on October the 25th. That was here at Morgan Firestone. Back to Travers, over to the left, and the shot deflects off the shoulder of Zupan, and it's picked up by Ryan Cox and cleared the length of the ice. That 4-3 shootout, one of the longest in the GOJHL. Cam Aiken finally scoring. Aiken not dressed tonight, but Aiken 10 rounds past the original 3 shooters, finally ending it. So 13 shooters in total in that 4-3 game back on the 25th. Shot by Cox. Jansen kicks out the pad. Welland immediately plays it up. Martin back to Storts, and he scores! Braden Storts, the Canadians move it up the far side wall rather quickly. And the pass from the end line, far side, a wide open Storts on the forehand, and the Welland Jr. Canadians tie it up at 1. Ancaster on the shot by Cox, and then Welland right back the other way down the far side. And Storts making no mistake. Shot by Hughes, out of play. 16-13, the official time of the power play goal. Matt Martin and Donato Cipriano drawing the assists. Cipriano with the long feed, and then Martin along the end line, finding the wide open Braden Storts on the forehand. Storts in the high slot, ripping it to the near side past the glove of Matt Callis. No chance for Callis. Hughes, the pass to Faliro on the left wing now, ties up with Roskovich under the end line. 3 minutes to go, second period of play. Treemster to Faliro, and the shot, Jansen directing it to the side of the net with his right pad. Fitzgerald to Roskovich, tipped in by Mitch Reed. Treemstra in behind the net. Reed gets it, tries a semi-wraparound. Mitch Reed trying to put the Welland Canadians to the lead now. His shot never really at the net on the near side. More so hit the side of the net on the semi-wraparound. Treemstra, the shot goes wide, and Paul brings it immediately back up ice. Cuglietta with a chance, with Treemstra the only man back for the Avalanche. Zachariah the shot. Hughes gathers it in around the far corner, back to Cipriano. Two Ciprianos in this game. Max for Welland and Donato for Ancaster. That's where I'm getting things mixed up. I knew there were two Ciprianos in this league. And it's Donato now with the wraparound pass. Zupan the shot, and Burnell parks side of the net, never able to get a deflection on the left point shot. And play comes to a halt with 1:16 remaining in the second. The only second period goal, the Braden Storts power play goal at 16-13. The long pass down the far wall by Cipriano. That's Max Cipriano. Better write that down. Max Cipriano for Welland. And as mentioned, the Donato, the number 7 defender for Ancaster. Zupan with clock out to his right. And it was Lucas Pozzobon offside, a step in behind the play. The face-off coming to the neutral zone on the near side dot. Cole McKnight and Clock on the draw. Pozzobon on the left wing, opposite Fitzgerald. Melna on the other side. And Zupan to oppose him. Roskovich plays it up the near board. Fitzgerald to the other side. McKnight kicks at it with his skate, turned him around a bit, but managed to direct the pass to the neutral zone. Melna gathered it in top of the line, but the puck just out of play by the Welland bench. A nice even game here at the Morgan Firestone Arena. A 1-1 tie as we approach the second intermission. Max Cipriano into the corner. Max claiming he was high sticked by Michael Faliro. No call on the play. Shaw into the corner alongside Ben Hughes. Cipriano, the back pass, centering pass, Reed at the buzzer, looking for Christian DeFonso, the buzzer going. 1 goal for Ancaster on the first on the power play. The Welland Jr. Canadians responding with a power play goal in the second. So the 2 power play goals in the second. Both teams at 22 shots following 2 periods of play. Ancaster with the lead in shots on goal through 2, 13-11 in that period. Braden Stortz with the only goal of the second, the power play marker at 16-13 to tie things up. Matt Martin and Max Cipriano drawing the assists. And at the end of 2, it's the Welland Jr. Canadians and the Ancaster Avalanche all tied up at 1. (22-22) the shots on goal following 2 periods of play. And the same score showing on the scoreboard, the same result up there as well. A 1-1 tie, Welland with the only second period goal. The Max Cipriano assist at the 6:13 mark. The second assist now being changed to Jake Shaw. On the out-of-town scoreboard, the Caledonia Corvairs with a 1-0 lead on Fort Erie. So Fort Erie hanging tight. Fort Erie shocking the Corvairs earlier in the year. The 1-0 win at the HCCC. 20 minutes up the road here from the Morgan Firestone Arena. So the Meteors victorious on that night. Caledonia's second home game of the year. They'd earlier dropped a decision to this same Welland Jr. Canadian squad. And then they proceeded to rip off a 22-game winning streak, which is why they are 17 points ahead of this second place Welland team. Fitzgerald's side of the net feeds Melna. Again, congratulations to Chris Melna on his signing with Utica College. DeFonso, the inbound feed, looking for Cipriano's side of the net. Second chance. Melna blocked out by the defender Treemstra, but DeFonso with 2 good scoring chances to open the third period of play. Hughes the shot. Police trying to break toward the net. Gabe Paul plays it down the wall with Jesse Hilton back checking on the near wall. And the arc pass by Police played back inside Welland territory. Balancing a pass down the near side wall back to center. Balancing at the near wall. Pass off the glass around Gabe Paul. Stortz has it taken away by Hilton. And Donato Cipriano and a Welland player at the far end of the Avalanche bench, far side. Still can't see who that is. It's Mitch Reed. So Welland 17 points back at Caledonia. And we may see some overtime or a shootout tonight, but Caledonia with the 1-0 lead at last check, 13 minutes to go in Fort Erie. So that one now late in the third as the shot by Aiken. Think I reported Aiken previously tonight as a scratch. Don't recall seeing him out there much. So Welland looking for a fresh set of legs, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the final frame, barring overtime. Zachariah, side of the net. Hilton wraps it around the far side before falling down on the far half wall, checked by Josh Allen. And a heavy hit in the corner. Burnett on the far side on Cole McKnight. Pass in from the right. Zachariah receives the pass from Hilton. Hilton chases after the loose puck. McKnight shakes off his check, and it's grabbed in the corner by Chris Clack. And the shot top of the blue line and sticked aside by Jansen and out of play. Burnett deflecting the shot to the corner. The only Ancaster win as the shot by Balance into the outside of the net. Jansen hanging on with the left glove anyway. Ancaster with a 3-2 shootout win in Welland. November the 23rd. Police with the game-winning goal. Ben Hughes, the third shooter for the Avalanche, actually winning the game, but of course shootout goals not counting. The last goal in regulation going to Police, and therefore he gets the game-winning goal. Clack over the blue line, looks for Balanson. Balanson misses the pass and backs off to the right side. Melner receives the pass at center ice. He's checked up against the wall by Max Balanson. Balanson and Melner once again on the far corner. Ahead to Zupan. Zupan tries to move it around Adam Barron, and flying into the corner for an attempted hit on Zupan is the defender Traverse. Max Cipriano to the corner. His second assist on the Stortz goal being taken away. The whistle going, 15:45 to go, third period. 1-1 Welland and Ancaster. Tonight's hockey game sponsored by La Capitale, one of Canada's fastest growing insurance companies. La Capitale, for life and all it brings. Sirius, specializing in employee benefits plan solutions for small to medium-sized companies across Canada. Bob Ferreira Benefits Consulting, proudly offering group insurance services in the Niagara Peninsula for 35 years, and SSQ Financial Group as Reed tries to move in between the hash marks for a shot. SSQ Financial Group offering high quality and made to measure insurance and investment products to businesses and associations. So once again, thank you to La Capitale, to Sirius, Bob Ferreira Benefits Consulting, and the SSQ Financial Group, our 4 main sponsors for tonight's coverage of GOJHL hockey between the second place Welland Jr. Canadians and the 2014-3 fourth place Ancaster Avalanche. Shot by Reed trails off into the corner. Shaw picks it up. DeFonso from the neutral zone. Callis out to play it. Burnett back for the Avalanche. Haven't yet mentioned tonight the GOJHL website. Played up the near sideboards. Cuglietta lets it go. Treemstra plays it back to center. 6 games in the GOJHL tonight. You can check all the scores at www.gojhl.ca. The 9th place Brantford 99ers keeping tight with the Cambridge Winterhawks at Galt Arena, 3-2 at last check. The 99ers 5 points back of the Brampton Bombers for the 8th playoff spot in the Midwest Conference as of Thursday night. Smashed off the boards by McKnight. Played around the boards. Yes, Brampton indeed being doubled up by the Guelph Hurricanes last night by a score of 4-2. So Brantford stays 5 points back and hanging in tough against the Winterhawks at Galt Arena. That game a 7 o'clock start tonight. Caledonia 17 points up in the conference. 1-0 with 13 minutes to go in Fort Erie. Travers bats it up the way to the high slot for Flack. Flack plays it into the corner, and it's taken away by Burnett, who sends it off the far wall looking for Ryan Cox, and an icing on the play. Cox too far behind the pass. We'll take a break. You're watching GOJHL hockey with 12:27 remaining in the third on YouTube. Ruggie from the right side played it back to Cipriano off the board and in behind the net for Melna. Fitzgerald, the 2 possible future teammates as Melna plays it around the boards. Melna already being signed to Utica College. Ruggie the shot, and Callis with a shot halfway up the midsection on the stick side. Ruggie to center. Melna gloves it down with a right hand. Max Cipriano to Allen. Allen dumped on the near side wall. A big hit by the defender Jesse Hilton. Callis out to play it. So all the other games tonight, with the exception of Cambridge and Brantford, well, Caledonia and Fort Erie starting 15 minutes ahead of us, so 4 games on the 7:30 start. Every other game should be at or near completion, so be sure to check the GOJHL website. The turnaround backhand shot by Paul. Gabe Paul first couldn't get a stick on it inside the right circle, and then on the second opportunity, bounced on the loose puck and fired a low backhander on Callis. No scoring in the third. The 2 power play goals, Farley in the first, Storts in the second. And the pass going for icing, 37 seconds to the midway point of the final frame, barring overtime or a shootout. The puck improperly dropped, came right off the right skate of Aitken, was just lying there for a couple seconds. Welland now pinning the puck in deep on the near corner. Cuglietta loses it to Burnett, and it's cleared down the near wall. Pozzobon in chasing. Travers picks it up the left wing for Cuglietta, and Adam Burnett tries to poke it ahead, but an offside on the play. GOJHL All-Star Game coming up the 26th of February on a Monday night. Roskovich plays it down the wall. Treemstra bats it away to the number 12 left winger Police. Cipriano to the far corner, back to Police, up to Faliro. Faliro tips it in, now on the side wall, Welland zone. DeFonso takes it away, plays it up for Thomas Flack. McKnight now in behind the net, along with Matt Martin. The junior Canadians try to go 2-on-1 in back of the Ancaster net. Shot by DeFonso, deflected into the corner. 2 men aside, tie up on the near side. Flack still looking for it, and he lost it. Hughes brings it to center, throwing right back in by DeFonso. Police down the far wall, the pass in behind the back of Hughes, broken up by Allen. Martin, Cipriano out to the right, and the high rising shot by Martin over top of the Ancaster net. Ruggie side of the net, the puck bouncing off the end wall, and Callis having to be careful on the near side. Cipriano to the ice, a shot along the ice. Cipriano goes flying, got the shot away. Callis hanging on, somehow able to find it at the far corner with the body of Cipriano flying out to his right-hand side. Draw one by Cipriano, back to Allen right side, played down the far wall and cleared out by Burnett. Melna 2 steps over the red line, loses possession, and the shot by Hilton into the breadbasket, and Jansen hangs on for the face-off in the Welland zone. Cox on the draw, Hilton out to his right, and to take the draw for the Welland Canadians is Storts. Storts with the second goal, or the second goal of the game rather, in the period, as it's picked up by Mitch Reed and cleared out. Reed to the backhander. Zachariah on the check through the neutral zone, so Reed plays it to the far side wall. Adam Barron to Travers. The junior Canadians backed up now. Burnett to the right side. The inbound feed, side of the net. Jansen with a big save. Side of the wall on Jesse Hilton. Burnett making a spinning move off the right side beside the right circle. Finding Hilton the shot, and Jansen managed to see it off the left pad. Hilton gathered in the rebound, but unable to get a shot away on the rebound. Jansen kicked the left pad out, and the rebound came out past Hilton at the side of the net. Face off out to Jansen's right. Clock to take the draw opposite Cameron Aiken. Puck comes free. Roskovich plays it at the wall with Zupan on him. And DeFonso rings it around the board. Cuglietta, the turnaround. Pass hit the bottom of the board and arced high up into the air. Aiken at center, Zupan behind him. And the pass by Aiken goes out of play in behind the Ancaster bench. Upcoming games for these two teams. Niagara Falls here next Saturday, 7:30 p.m. here at the Morgan Firestone Arena. Pelham and Ancaster, a Thursday night game. Would go see that one myself, but it runs opposite Brantford 99er games. I do several other teams in the league, and unfortunately I can only be in one place at one time. A lot of conflict between the Midwest and Golden Horseshoe divisions. On most nights you'll find 7 or 8 games on in the GOJHL, with the exception of the beginning of the week, usually a light schedule between Monday and Wednesday nights. Usually 3 games on a Wednesday. Most of the time the London Nationals at home on Wednesday nights. Get the occasional Tuesday Kitchener-Dutchman home game. With the exception of holidays, usually no games on Mondays in the GOJHL, and the bulk of the games being played Friday through Sundays. Welland with their Sunday nights, their main home date, and Saturday, the main home night for Ancaster. Also opposite Caledonia, but Caledonia playing last night the 5-2 win over Ancaster. Falairo's side of the net. Inbound feed to Police. The short pass from the end line trying to hit Police on the backhand. 5:35 remaining, third period. We'll take a break. The second place Junior Canadians and the fourth place Avalanche tied at 1. You're watching GOJHL Hockey on YouTube. Welcome back from our final break of the evening. Shot top of the line by Burnett, and it's brought down by Cuglietta. He moves it around Burnett, and now flying into the corner is Falairo to hit Cuglietta. The defender DeFonso in the box for holding, so now the Avalanche to the 5-on-4, looking for the go-ahead goal. Police wraps it around to the near half wall. Burnett having a look. He plays a backhander down the side wall. We'll get to those upcoming games I mentioned earlier at the conclusion of the Ancaster power play. And Cuglietta clears it out with a heavy backhand down inside the Ancaster zone. Ancaster in St. Catharines Friday, January the 30th. The previous mentioned Thursday home game, the 29th against Pelham, as play goes into the near corner. Falairo picks it up. Ancaster at home next Saturday against the Niagara Falls Canucks. Shot by Hughes, knocked down by Travers. Travers tries to clear out for Paul and almost coughed up the puck to Falairo. Hughes off the far side board. Travers intercepts, still can't get it out. Burnett right side of the line, and the shot low to the end line. The shot from outside by Police tried to find Clack at the far side of the net. Beginning to look more and more like this one may go to overtime. Jansen plays it around the far side board. Treemstrup, the far side wall for Ryan Cox. Checked by Aiken now. 2-on-2. Mitch Reed between the hash marks to the net. Jake Shaw making the initial shot. Shaw to the end line. Played in behind the net for Aiken. Aiken the centering pass. Allen to the far side wall. And it's picked up and cleared by Zachariah. Shot batted down in front of the net by the Welland defender. The shot by Jesse Hilton. Welland back to full strength now. Hilton's shot batted out of midair by the Welland Jr. Canadians. Their defense core. Hilton's shot drifting to the far side. Looked there like a good chance for Hilton to move the Avalanche ahead in the dying minutes of the third period. Shot out the far side and a big save by Callis on the far corner. Cipriano with a shot out underneath the right circle. So play at either end, both the chance there a little better than the Jesse Hilton scoring chance. Fitzgerald to the net. Melna tries to feed him the puck, and Faliro wisely breaks up play. Barron whips it around the boards, but not out, and played down the near side wall. The shot, the backhander by Faliro, just tails wide. A couple inches past the left glove of Jansen and in behind the Welland goal. These two teams next meet a home and home Saturday, February the 7th and Sunday, February the 8th, 7:30 and 7 p.m. start times. Welland here in Ancaster. And then the two teams returning to Welland for the Sunday night game, February the 8th, shot by Hughes. And Jansen snatching it with the glove. Welland's next home game tomorrow night against the Fort Erie Meteors, 7 p.m. Welland Arena. Welland and Caledonia, the top two teams in the division, at the Haldeman County Caledonia Center side of the net. Wrap around and the net knocked off at the far side. Can't see who the Ancaster player wrapped it around on the far side, but the Welland Jr. Canadians immediately jumping at that player. Roskovich still trying to get it balancing. It was balancing with the scoring chance. Couldn't see him there, buried amongst pretty much everyone on the ice, balancing with a wraparound. The net knocked off at the far corner. I'm thinking Jansen probably knocked it off with the right pad to try and get over on balancing. And then everyone immediately swarmed balancing. I'm sure balancing upset that the net knocked off. The net was being knocked off on the play. Storts in the neutral zone. Reed on the draw. Opposite Jesse Hilton. And they'll continue 5-on-5 with 1:30 to go. Burnett plays it around the far wall. Allen tries to make a hit. Zachariah slips it. The Avalanche to the net, poking away Hilton. And Reed swarms his man. Storts there as well. The entire forward line of the Welland Jr. Canadians. Once again, cannot find the Ancaster player, buried in a sea of Welland forwards. Ryan Cox, I believe, fed Hilton on the near corner. Hilton going off to the bench, so he's not getting a call. Doesn't look like there's a call on Cox either. Cox straight to the net, and the Welland Jr. Canadians protecting their goalie, or back in the crease in defense of their goaltender. One tie as we approach the end of regulation. The Arc Pro presentation of GOJHL hockey between the second place Welland Jr. Canadians at 25-10-1 going into tonight. Ancaster at 20-14-3 for fourth place, 7 points back of St. Catharines. Face-off neutral zone. McKnight plays it to the near wall. Martin with Flack giving chase. Knocked off the puck. Burnett in the corner. Martin looking on. Burnett staying in behind his net. A misconduct for removal of helmet. Police to the net. The man at the end line finds him there, Ben Hughes. Police now with a backhand pass. Looking for Faliro parked above the netminder's crease. Police with an open shot in the right circle off the Ben Hughes pass. Just 10 seconds to go in regulation now. Hughes pinned up against the wall. Matt Martin brings it to center, plays it into the far corner, and the buzzer goes. We go to overtime. No scoring in the third. Brett Farley with the first period goal on the power play. The number 24 Avalanche forward. Burnett and Nil assisting. Here's the shots on goal now. So a very even game, 8-7 the shots on goal through regulation. Ancaster on the lead by 1. Caledonia with the win tonight, so they'll stay 17 points ahead of second spot regardless. If Welland loses, they will drop a point and move to 18 points back, presumably. The first time these teams met, just the 3 rounds of shootout, or the first time these teams met in the shootout, rather. The second meeting, the October 25th game here in Ancaster. As mentioned earlier, the very impressive 13 shooters for both teams on that night. 10 past the regulation amount. Police down the far board. The inbound feed and the shot over top the net. Hughes to the net. Jansen down in the crease doing the splits, and he may be hurt as DeFonso looks on. Hughes crashing the net, and the net knocked off. Hughes to the net just 26 seconds into overtime. The Avalanche looking to put this one away early in the extra session. Shaw hit hard, so it's kept in by Burnett. Rougie to the other side. Allen clears from his own blue line up to center, dumped in. Callis out to play it. Burnett to the blue line. 3 men back for Welland. Hughes receives the pass and the right kick saved by Jansen. Triemstra wraps it around the boards. Rougie intercepts there to Allen. Allen the outbound feed to Fitzgerald. 2-on-2 now, the shot. Fitzgerald used a little deke around Burnett and it almost worked. Shot to the far side, 1-on-1. Hughes, Allen back. Hughes challenges him with the upper body, but lost the puck in the process. Hughes to the net twice in this overtime frame so far. Cipriano back to center. Travers takes it away to the left wing side. Rougie gives it back to Travers. Travers inside the left circle, drop to Aiken. 3:12 remaining overtime session. Shot by Aiken. Melna trying to tip it in. The future Utica College forward looking to end things a minute and 40-odd seconds or so into overtime. Zupan whips it around the boards for icing. Again, no scoring in the third period. Storts and Fairley with the power play goals. The Arc Pro presentation of GOJHL hockey. Uncertain of the next broadcast between these two teams, so please check arcprohd.com. Zupan to the backhand. Clack there as well. Cannot receive the pass, so he goes on a line change. Allen, Reed ahead of him. Reed moves into center at the top of the blue line. Allen with Owen Burnell on him. Reed grabs the pass away from both of them as Allen and Burnell tie up in the corner. And now Triemstra ties up his man on the far side underneath the end line. Reed was able to grab the pass, but then Triemstra, the defender, got to him on the far wall. And crashing into the boards is Ryan Cox. Out past the end line to the right of Jansen. 2:03 to go overtime frame. Check YouTube for future GOJHL games, or I should say past games. Arc Pro HD, arcprohd.com for future broadcasts. We've done several broadcasts involving Welland, Thorold, and St. Catharines. This our first broadcast between Welland and Ancaster. So 4 games this season involving the Welland Jr. Canadians. We've also seen past broadcasts with the Caledonia Corvayers and a game or two with the Brantford 99ers. Loose puck, Paul goes after it in under the end line. 1:18 to go overtime session as Burnett, a short arc pass back to center ice, picked up by Travers. Storts, the goal scorer, out to Cuglietta on the far half wall, and nicely broken up by Police. Balancing winding up, and Jansen kicking it aside. Police with a goal on the power play, mentioned off the top of our broadcast last night in Caledonia, the Ancaster 5-2 loss. A win for the Avalanche will bring them to within 5 points of the third place St. Catharines Falcons. Cuglietta the shot, it sails wide and off the glass out the far corner. Clack to the net, the deflection on the backhand by Adam Burnett. Burnett, Allen on him. Circles the net, Burnett, Allen still can't get to the puck. Shot and they score! Adam Burnett using his right shoulder to fend off Allen, the Welland defender, and then putting it in along the ice. Burnett using his size to end this one, the shot along the ice. Jansen disgruntled, going off, the first to leave the ice for the junior Canadians, feeling perhaps he should have got that one. Burnett in between the legs of Jansen to end the game with 20.8 seconds remaining in the overtime frame to give the Avalanche the win on home ice. So they'll move to within 5 points of the St. Catharines Falcons. The Welland Jr. Canadians lose a point and move 18 points back of the Caledonia Corvayers for the #1 spot in the Golden Horseshoe Conference. Clack getting credit for the goal. So Clack must have deflected the initial shot by Burnett. Burnett drawing his second assist on the evening. So going through your scoring summary, Brett Farley on the power play, 4:11 of the first. It was 1-0 Ancaster at the first intermission. Storts replying on the power play, 16-13 into the second. The power play goal, Matt Martin and Jake Shaw assisting. No scoring in the third, 1-1 through regulation, and with just 20.8 seconds remaining in the overtime frame, Clack with the overtime goal. Burnett shielding the defender Allen from the play. Burnett using his right shoulder to gain space. Clack with a deflection. Chris Clack ending the game, and a 2-1 Ancaster victory tonight. For ARC Pro HD, in association with the GOJHL, in cooperation with all of tonight's sponsors, La Capitale, Sirius, Bob Ferreira Benefits Consulting, and SSQ Financial Group. Thanks for joining us tonight. Check us out on YouTube and check out arcprohd.com for future broadcasts. Your final score again tonight from Morgan Firestone Arena in Ancaster, Ontario. The Ancaster Avalanche win it by a final score of 2-1 over the second place Welland Jr. Canadians. 2-1 in overtime, the Ancaster Avalanche over the Welland Jr. Canadians. Good night from Morgan Firestone Arena in Ancaster, Ontario.